Hey friends, welcome to the Swing My Heart podcast with your host, Kristen,
Nicole,
and Hannah. Come join our porch swing conversations.
Filled with lots of faith, hope, and heart. Hey Christmas movie lovers, today we will be recapping the first original Christmas movie on GAC Family, Much Ado About Christmas.
Starring Susie Abromite as Haley Lloyd, Torrance Coombs as Claude Miller. It was also written by Janine and Michael Damian, and it was directed by Michael Damian. And they both brought us The Christmas Waltz, Crown for Christmas, A Royal Christmas, and A Princess for Christmas.
And it was also filmed in Bucharest, Romania. So before we start with our recap, I'm going to read a little synopsis from the GAC Family website. In Much Ado About Christmas, Haley is beloved in her community of Winterstone for acts of kindness ranging from managing the Hope Chest to directing the children's choir. Haley is also the daughter of one of Winterstone's wealthiest residents, Leona Lloyd. Despite Haley's down-to-earth demeanor, she is financially set as Leona's only heir, information she fails to share with new love interest Claude, an artsy, hopeless romantic. Haley introduces herself to Claude as Haley Logan, raised by a single struggling mom, a small fib that becomes a complication when Claude and his team present an ad pitch to Leona that includes a photo of Claude's new girlfriend, Haley. Secrets are revealed and relationships ruffled, but Christmas is coming and miracles do happen. What was your first thought on this movie, Kristen?
Okay. I have 3 words for you, and it's all the feels.
I totally agree.
I think that Christmas threw up in almost every scene in this movie.
Yes.
I really love, there's never enough Christmas to me. Like, I love all the lights. Give me all the trees, all the wreaths, all the decorations. I also love how in this movie, there's not just like one Christmas, activity that the movie revolves around. There's a Christmas office party, there's a tree lighting ceremony, there's Christmas karaoke, there's a snowball fight, there's a Christmas gala. There are so many festivities going on in this movie. I really love that.
I loved it too, yeah. It was awesome.
I thought that they turned the romance up to full blast.
Yes,
I really loved. So overall, I thought the plot was good and the acting was good. The conflict was a little predictable, but I thought it was legit. It wasn't, like what we normally get of some little, misunderstanding or, the lead male might, overhear a conversation from the lead female and he just, wasn't there to hear the whole thing. And so I really liked that the conflict was something legit that they really had to talk about and work it out. I really, really like this movie. I think I'd give it an 8.5 out of 10 stars. What about you?
I did too. I loved it. Like you said, it gave all the Christmas feels.
Yeah.
Every single one of them. And I think it was a great start to the new content being rolled out by the new network, GAC Family. So well done to Bill Abbott and everyone in charge of the network. And I would probably give it an 8.5 out of 10, just like you.
Awesome.
8.5 Christmas trees out of 10.
Perfect.
Do we want to start with our favorite moments from the movie?
Yeah, I'll start with a few. So, of course, I always love a good meet cute moment, which was at the Lloyd office party. A woman who runs the cocoa cart named Doris, she sees that Claude is having trouble with his phone, and she tells him that he can charge it at the cocoa cart. And that's where he meets Haley, who is kind of volunteering, helping out Doris, and they start to flirt. And
I love that moment too. Yeah, I wrote it down. I wrote down one of the lines that he asked Haley as she was making the cocoa. He says, "Impressive. Did you have to go to elf training camp to learn that?" As she was roasting the marshmallow.
Yeah, that was
The cocoa.
impressive. All the stuff she was adding to that
Yeah.
that was really cool. I love that they both ended up admitting that they were single.
I did too. I loved that.
Yeah, nice little establishing plot there.
And their meet cute moment, shout out to the Postables. It also reminded me of Shane and Oliver's meet cute moment in the pilot of Signed, Sealed, Delivered, because Shane and Oliver met at a coffee cart and Haley and Claude met at a cocoa cart.
Love at first sight at those beverage
Yes.
carts.
I totally agree.
Another moment I really loved was when Claude and his business partners are leaving the office party, and he ends up stopping and asking Haley for her phone number.
Yes.
And he goes back over to the guys and he says, "I think I just met the
Met the
love of my life."
life.
So perfect.
I
That
love
was-
Ben's line from that scene, I guess before Claude goes over to, I guess, get Haley's phone number. I wrote this down for one of the funny moments from the movie, and Ben's kind of freaking out because he had just, run into Beatrice
Mhm.
again, I guess after being apart for a while, after their breakup. And he
Yeah.
says, does he not understand what a distress signal is?
So funny. Let's see. I have another one here. When Claude takes the picture of Haley sitting on the bench, and she has her hand out and she's catching the
The snow,
snowflakes.
that was a very sweet moment.
Yeah, I thought so too. I love that moment. And then, also when Claude and Haley are together and he gives her the Christmas tree quiz.
I love that. I wrote that down too. Yeah.
It doubles as a personality quiz, and it kind of reminded me of like those BuzzFeed quizzes that you take online. Like it's like, what kind of hamburger are you, or whatever,
I loved that. I think that was really cute.
Yeah, that was really good. What about you? What are some of your favorite moments?
See, other than the ones that you've already mentioned that are also on my list, the first one would be Haley and Beatrice. I guess they're at their apartment, and it's the morning after Haley and Claude's first date. And, they're just kind of having their, girl talk. They're talking about the date, and Claude and Ben, and then Haley invites Beatrice to their double date karaoke night.
Oh, yes.
The next one on my list would be Haley and Claude Christmas shopping. I thought that was a really sweet moment, them just walking and talking, getting to know one another.
Yeah.
And of course, the karaoke night is on my list of favorite moments.
Oh, yeah. I thought that was so funny. All of their little funny costumes and their dance moves.
I thought they had really good voices, Susie and Torrance.
Mm-hmm.
And I loved the song they sang too. The next moment on my list would be the snowball fight, and then the kiss between Haley and Claude as they fall into the snow.
Yes, that's my next one too. I love that. I love a good snowball fight. The double date turned into a snowball fight.
Yeah. I also loved the moment, I guess it was kind of in between like the middle and the end of the movie, when Claude dresses up as Santa Claus and he's talking to all the little kids.
Oh, yes.
And Haley's just like watching from a distance.
Yeah, that was a good moment.
And then Haley and Claude in his office with the Charlie Brown tree. Like right when they get into his office and they kind of have that cuddly moment.
Yeah, I love that Charlie Brown tree.
Yeah, it was a really cute tree.
Yeah. When Haley helps out the customer at the Hope Chest who said that he just got a new job.
Yeah, I didn't write that down, but I loved that moment too.
Yeah, she gives him a discount on that briefcase. It just kind of shows.
Which is really sweet. Yeah.
Yeah, she's sweet and caring and a kind person. I thought that was really cool. And then I have at the end when Leona goes to talk with Claude at the gala, and she ends up giving his company a second chance for their pitch, for their ad pitch. I thought that was really good.
I do. Yeah, I do too. I wrote that down. It's one of my favorite moments as well. I loved Haley and her mom's conversation, her mom Leona's conversation after the whole failed meeting that Claude and Ben and Don had about the, I guess, the ad pitch.
Yes.
And one of the lines that I wrote down from that scene was from Leona, Haley's mom, and she says, "You'll never be able to hold on to a relationship without honesty and trust. You are Haley Lloyd. Claude needs to accept that, or he's not the right person for you." And that could apply to anyone.
Yeah.
Because you should always be honest and, try to be trustworthy.
Yeah.
And it's also true that if people can't accept you for who you are, then they don't need to be in your life.
Yeah, they don't deserve you.
And it's not just like romantically speaking, it could be just friends.
Yeah. Yeah, it's good advice that her mom gave her. And I think she also was probably a little shocked that Haley, it didn't come from a place of Haley being embarrassed of who she was, and I think maybe her mom felt that way, that maybe it was, Haley was feeling embarrassed to be a Lloyd, but it wasn't that at all.
And
people to, treat her the same if she were, a coffee cart worker or if she were, a millionaire.
Yeah, exactly. The last two I have on my list, this one isn't really a favorite moment. It's just the friendship between Haley and Beatrice and the friendship between Claude and Ben.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I
love how supportive they were of each other.
Yeah, totally. # friendship goals.
Yes. And the last one I have on my list is the Christmas charity gala. And the Winterstone Children's Choir. I thought their performance was really beautiful.
Yeah.
And then, of course, all the decorations up in the house.
Oh, yeah.
And I mean, who doesn't love a good Christmas decoration?
Totally.
And then, of course, like we had mentioned a few minutes ago, Claude and Leona's conversation. And then Haley and Claude's reintroduction and dance. And then the kiss they had at the end.
Oh, yeah. I loved it. He said, she tells him, "All I want for Christmas is you." And then he tells her that she can have her wish because he's fallen hopelessly in love with her.
And then she says she's fallen madly in love with him.
Yes, I love that. And then they kiss right in front of the Christmas tree.
Yeah.
And then confetti falls down.
I love that. Yeah.
This is amazing. This is like the cherry on top.
Yes.
You got the Christmas tree and the confetti.
Yeah. I loved it. It was kind of short, but I loved Ben and Beatrice's dance too, and kind of the way he dipped her at the end and then kind of kissed her.
Yes. Yeah, they're a cute couple. They're really cute. I do have a question for you.
Yes.
Do you think that Doris is an angel? Is she like a guardian angel or something? Or
I don't know. It kind of came to my mind. I thought about that, but I'm not 100% sure.
Yeah. She keeps getting Claude and Haley together, and she's kind of the reason why he met Haley in the first place, because she tells him about the charger being at the cocoa cart.
That would be kind of cool though, if it is.
Yeah. That was kind of the vibe that I was getting.
Yeah, I kind of got that vibe too.
Yeah. Did you have any funny moments or funny lines that you liked?
Yes, I did. The first one I have on my list was at the beginning when Ben and Claude and I guess Don is in the office too, and they're talking about losing the hoverboard account, and Ben says that was only because everyone kept crashing into things.
Oh, yeah, which is not really their fault.
No,
Yeah.
I thought it was kind of a funny play on words, I guess would be the right way to put it.
Yeah.
The next one on my list is Beatrice and Ben's awkward meeting at the Christmas party.
Yeah. That one was funny. I liked when we found out that they had a history together.
I did too. Yeah.
And I thought it was interesting that that Haley didn't, like, she knew of him, but she had never met him before.
Yeah.
I thought
I
that
love
was good that they added that to the plot, so that way it made sense that Ben didn't know exactly who Haley was.
I agree. Yeah.
Yeah.
The next one on my list is Claude and Haley's matchmaking of Ben and Beatrice.
Yeah.
I guess it was on their first date, and then they were talking about the karaoke night, the Christmas karaoke.
Yeah. Yeah. I thought it was funny when they had the snowball fight and Haley asked Ben and B why they broke up. And then in unison, they both say, "We drive each other crazy."
That was really cute.
That was really cute.
The next one on my list is Beatrice and Ben freaking out over their outfits for the karaoke night.
That's exactly what's on my list too. I loved that. And Ben kept saying, like, "It's not a date, it's not a date."
Right.
And it's like, yes, it is, Ben. Just own up
of course,
to
you know it's a date.
it.
You just don't want to admit it.
Yeah.
You still have feelings for Beatrice.
The last thing I have on mine is when B gives Haley an antacid with eggnog to help her feel better. Oh, gross.
That just sounds disgusting.
I know. And like she just gave it to her so like nonchalantly, like it's not a big deal.
Yeah.
Like, come on, girl, no.
I felt bad for Haley in that moment, but at the same time, it was kind of funny how she was freaking out. Like, what did I do? And then Beatrice goes to walk away, and Haley says, "Where are you going? Don't leave me." And she says, "I'm going to meet Ben." And then Haley says, "Ooh." I thought that was a really funny moment.
Yeah.
The next one on my list is the awkward start to the karaoke night, like when Haley and B first get there and they're trying to decide where to sit.
Yeah.
And then the small argument that B and Ben had over the salad and the French fries.
Yeah, that kind of caught me off guard. He told her, he was like, get the fries. He said something like, "You don't have to starve yourself. You look beautiful." I was like, whoa, that's a bold statement.
Yeah.
But
he's being bold.
Yeah.
Norman would be proud.
Be bold, Ben.
The next one on my list is, actually, this is the last one on my list. Leona, Haley's mom, talking about the heels she wore for the Christmas party when she goes to bring, when she comes to the Hope Chest to bring all the donations.
Mm-hmm.
And she says, "They were torture. My feet are still recovering." That would probably be me.
Oh, yeah.
I would be the one to say that.
That one pair of shoes that just ruins your feet for the rest of your life.
Yeah, I cannot do heels. I mean, I have worn heels, but they're not very fun to wear.
Yeah, especially not for a long period of time.
No, not at all. I think that wraps up our favorite moments and funny moments.
Mm-hmm.
Do we want to start on the trivia questions?
Yeah, why don't you go ahead?
All right. My first question is, what song was playing after the tree lighting as Claude and Haley were walking through town? A, "O Holy Night." B, "Joy to the World." C, "The First Noel." Or D, "Deck the Halls."
Oh my goodness. I have no idea, so I'm just going to guess "Deck the Halls."
Wrong. It's D, "Joy to the World."
Ah, okay. Okay.
That's okay. You'll get the next one. What did Claude tell Haley he got his dad for Christmas? A brisket and meat trimmer. B, a record player. C, a scarf. Or D, Christmas socks.
A.
Yes. Ding,
Yes.
ding, 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 ding. You got it right. He did get his brother Christmas socks, though.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Yep, Haley was holding up 2 different choices for Christmas socks,
Mm-hmm.
saying, which ones do you want to get your brother or something? I think he got both, but I can't remember for sure.
Yeah, I think he did. He got both.
And my last question is, where did Haley tell Claude she grew up? A, Denver. B, Atlanta. C, Boston. Or D, Chicago.
Oh my goodness. Those are all really good choices. I cannot believe I don't remember this. Is it Chicago?
Yes. Ding, 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 ding,
Oh,
ding.
good. It was either Chicago or Denver. I think we've been talking about Santa delivered so much. That's probably where my mind went.
Oh, yep, you got it right. Good job.
Oh, good. Yay.
Go over your questions.
Yeah. Okay. First one is, what city were Ben and Beatrice living in during their first relationship? Was it Paris, London, or Tokyo?
Oh, goodness. I don't even remember this one. So I'm just going to guess. Was it London?
Yes. Ding, ding, ding.
Yay.
It was a quick little dialogue in there, so I wouldn't blame you if you didn't remember.
I'm surprised I got that right. I didn't even catch that.
That's good. The next question is, what meal do Claude and Haley eat on their first date? Is it hamburgers, hot dogs, or fish and chips?
Fish and chips.
Yes, ding, 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 ding. Which is a very interesting choice for a first date.
I agree.
Fish and chips. I don't know if I would have done that.
Although fish and chips is good.
Yeah. And then the last question is, what is the name of the perfume that Claude's company is doing an ad pitch for? Is it called Beguiled Beauty, Crystal Beauty, or Magic Beauty?
Beguiled Beauty.
Yay!
Yay, I got it right.
You got it.
All right, Christmas movie lovers. I think that completes our recap of the first GAC Family original Christmas movie, Much Ado About Christmas. We hope you enjoyed it and have a great night. Thank you so much for listening. Bye.
Bye.